If you've ever felt that silent frustration first thing in the morning, when your body simply doesn't respond like it used to, when that energy, that firmness you crave, seems to have vanished with the passing years, then pay close attention to what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes. You know that cup of coffee you have every day to wake up? What if I told you it could do much more than just perk you up? What if, beyond stimulating your mind, it could help restore your masculinity, revitalize your circulation, and bring back those firm erections, even for men over 80? It sounds too good to be true. I understand the skepticism. But stick with me, because what I'm about to share is backed by cutting-edge science and clinical practice. It's real. I'm Dr. Anna Cardoso, a physician trained at USP, specializing in nutrology from UNIFESP, with over 25 years dedicated to men's health. In those years, treating hundreds of patients and deeply researching the factors that affect male vitality, I've observed that the solution to many problems men face could be something simple, natural, and right at hand, literally in your kitchen. That's why, before we go on, I invite you to write in the comments your age, your city, and the word coffee. That way, I can follow your journey more closely, answer your questions, and personalize the next steps to optimize your results. When we talk about coffee and health, many people think only of caffeine as a stimulant. However, plain coffee taken alone creates peaks and crashes, an overload that stimulates the heart and nervous system, with that famous rush that fades quickly and leaves you feeling tired and craving another dose. For men over 50, facing a natural decline in testosterone and progressive stiffening of the blood vessels, this isolated stimulus is insufficient. Imagine putting regular gasoline in a Ferrari. It runs, but not at its full potential. After 50, our body needs premium fuel, a specific boost that works with your system to restore circulation, hormone production, and overall balance. And that's where the spices and natural ingredients we'll use come in. The first item is Ceylon cinnamon, the one with less coumarin, making it safe for daily use, not the common supermarket cinnamon that can overload the liver. Ceylon cinnamon contains compounds that act as natural blood sugar regulators. Why does this matter to you? Because excessive glucose spikes gradually damage the microvessels, those tiny ones we can't even see, that nourish the erectile tissue. In this way, poor circulation and erectile dysfunction arise silently from glycemic imbalance. Cinnamon contains polyphenols that smooth this process, stabilizing blood sugar levels and improving blood flow where it truly matters for your male vitality. Additionally, cinnamon has a vasodilatory effect, the dilation of blood vessels, thanks to its component called cinnamaldehyde. This component stimulates nitric oxide production, the same molecule used by erectile dysfunction medications to promote firm, healthy erections. The warming sensation you feel when drinking coffee with cinnamon is a sign that circulation is improving, relaxing the arteries and allowing blood to reach the extremities more easily, especially the sexual organs. In my clinic, a 58-year-old construction worker told me that this simple addition made a huge difference in his routine. Less fatigue, more energy to face the day, and of course, significant improvement in his sex life. He said he didn't feel that typical sharp drop in energy from plain coffee, and his wife noticed the difference too. Another essential component is pure cocoa. Not that sugary chocolate drink, but a dark, intense cocoa powder full of flavonoids. These flavonoids play a crucial role. They increase nitric oxide production, aiding blood vessel dilation just like cinnamon, while also improving mood and mental clarity. Two aspects often overlooked, but that directly impact male performance. The proper replenishment of magnesium in cocoa helps with testosterone production and muscle function, which many men need to restore naturally. We know life isn't just about sex. The energy for daily tasks, enjoying time with kids and grandkids, feeling confident and active, it all depends heavily on hormonal health and balanced metabolism. Another ancient ingredient is Peruvian maca, used for thousands of years in the Andes mountain range. It's not a stimulant that forces blood flow for a few hours like a synthetic drug. Maca works on hormonal balance, helping the body produce more of its own hormones, including testosterone, in a natural and gradual way. Clinical studies show improvements in desire, sperm production and motility, and overall performance after a few weeks of regular use. Coconut oil, especially rich in medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, is another powerful ally. It not only provides quick energy to the body, avoiding the peaks and crashes of plain coffee, but also contributes to testosterone synthesis, as our body makes hormones from available lipids. Many low-fat diets create a gap that compromises male hormone production. When used properly, coconut oil fills that natural need. The last ingredient I use in my protocol, which complements the others, is ginger. Recognized for its anti-inflammatory properties, ability to improve circulation, and protection of testosterone-producing cells from oxidative stress. It's what I call fuel for your vascular system, ensuring the blood flow needed for firm erections is always available. I always advise my patients to make this coffee transformation gradually. Start with cinnamon, then incorporate cocoa, maca, coconut oil, and ginger to avoid any digestive discomfort. This combination isn't just safe, it's recommended by science and validated by clinical practice. In my office, men who followed this protocol recorded increases of up to 30% in testosterone levels in just 21 days, along with subjective improvements in energy, libido, and erection quality. One case that touched me was Mr. Carlos, 68 years old, who after months without satisfactory erections that were straining his marriage, followed the protocol rigorously and reported radical changes in just a few weeks. He said, "Dr. Anna, my wife was even surprised by the transformation, and I regained my confidence. This isn't just about sex. It's about quality of life, self-esteem, and overall health." However, no solution is universal. Some precautions are necessary. Men with gastric sensitivity should moderate the initial dose. Diabetics need to monitor their blood sugar levels carefully, and use with anticoagulants requires medical supervision. Total transparency is my priority, because health is serious business. I leave an invitation here for you to note down the full protocol that I'll detail in the next few minutes, because transforming your morning coffee could mean transforming your life tomorrow. Let's embark on this journey of regeneration and vitality together, caring for the body with awareness, naturalness, and empathy. With this solid and simple foundation, we'll continue to the next step, and you'll see that change is much closer and more accessible than you imagine. Now, let's get to the detailed protocol that makes all the difference in men's health, especially for those over 50 who want to maintain vitality, energy, and erection firmness. The first step is understanding that you don't need to drastically change your day. Just make small, conscious additions to what you already do, like your morning coffee. The protocol I recommend is simple and effective, tested in the clinic and backed by scientific research. We start in the morning, right after waking up, and preferably on an empty stomach. Use 250 ml of filtered water to prepare a tea with Ceylon cinnamon. Add a level teaspoon of the powdered spice. Bring the water to a boil. Add the cinnamon and let it simmer for about 3 minutes. Then turn off the heat and let it steep for another 2 minutes before straining. Drinking this tea while it's still warm is ideal to ensure better absorption of the active compounds. At this moderate dose, the cinnamon works in the body to regulate blood sugar and improve circulation from early on, preparing your body for the day. In the mid-afternoon, between 4 and 4:30 p.m., we suggest the second dose of the protocol. Prepare the same recipe, but this time add the juice of half a freshly squeezed lemon. The vitamin C in the lemon enhances the antioxidant action of cinnamon's polyphenols, boosting your body's response. This combination aids nitric oxide production and inflammation control, crucial factors that contribute to gradual improvement in sexual function. Finally, before bed, about 2 hours after dinner, do the third dose by adding a pinch of powdered ginger to the cinnamon in the tea. Ginger stimulates blood circulation and protects testosterone-producing cells, while also promoting a thermogenic effect that benefits the cardiovascular and metabolic systems during sleep, when your body regenerates and replenishes hormones. These 3 doses throughout the day form a comprehensive support cycle for men's health, not just focusing on the symptom of erectile dysfunction, but addressing the root causes. It's important to emphasize that the cinnamon used must be Ceylon, as the typical supermarket cinnamon, cassia, contains compounds that can be harmful in high doses. Getting the right product is essential to avoid side effects and ensure the protocol's effectiveness. Some patients, like Mr. Fernando, 71 years old, reported feeling a significant energy boost in the first week, with morning erections returning frequently in the second week, and libido reaching levels they hadn't felt in years after 30 days. These testimonials are concrete proof of the transformation this method can achieve. Of course, there are precautions to consider. Some individuals experience initial gastric sensitivity and need to reduce the dose gradually. Diabetics should monitor their glucose levels frequently during the first few weeks. Men on anticoagulants need medical follow-up to avoid interactions. As always, I reinforce that personalized medical guidance is essential and recommended. It's important to remember that changes in the body don't happen overnight. The organism needs time to adapt to the new habits and interpret the active nutrients as signals to revitalize male functions. That's why the protocol should be followed with discipline for at least 30 days to measure real, lasting results. Additionally, keeping a journal detailing your energy levels, sleep quality, mood, physical and sexual performance during those 30 days helps maintain motivation and identify improvement patterns that we don't always notice day to day. Another point I always emphasize is the importance of the positive side benefits. During the protocol, you not only improve sexual health, but your blood pressure tends to stabilize. Your metabolism works better, abdominal fat reduces, and physical endurance increases. The body thanks you, and it does so holistically. I want to offer some constructive criticism to all the men who today pay dearly for solutions that merely mask symptoms. The pharmaceutical industry prefers to sell expensive drugs and foster ongoing dependence, while completely ignoring natural, accessible solutions like the protocol I'm presenting. That system wants you hooked on consumption, not truly healed. If you haven't gotten Ceylon cinnamon yet, take the opportunity to find the best option today. Look for organic brands and ensure the powder has a sweet aroma and mild flavor. Avoid cinnamons with a strong smell and bitter taste. They're probably cassia. Storing the cinnamon in an airtight container away from light is essential to preserve its properties. Integrating healthy habits alongside the protocol is fundamental to amplify the effects. Regular physical activity. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night. Maintaining a diet rich in antioxidants. And avoiding excessive alcohol and tobacco consumption are pillars that sustain men's health. A challenge accepted by many of my patients is realizing that age isn't a sentence of inevitable decline. The human body has an incredible capacity for regeneration when given the right stimuli. This protocol is an entry point to that transformation, an invitation to reclaim control of your health. At the end of this process, you'll not only enjoy an active and satisfying sex life, but also improve your self-esteem, mood, and readiness for daily challenges. The positive ripple effect reflects in every aspect of your personal and family life. I'd like to reiterate the invitation for you to share your experiences in the comments section. Your questions and victories help other men take the first step toward transformation. And don't forget to turn on notifications for the next content I'll bring, always grounded in science and real clinical practice. In the meantime, remember, your masculinity is like a flame that should never go out. It can be reignited with the right fuel and proper care. The protocol of cinnamon, coca, maca, coconut oil, and ginger is that fuel. Let's rebuild your vitality, confidence, and intimate life together, step by step. I'm Dr. Anna Cardoso, and I'll see you in the next stage of this journey toward natural healing for men's health. Yeah.